Hello, back again. So we keep getting trolled on YouTube, so definitely look at doing shorter classes, possibly on something else, or just uploading stuff. We're looking into the Zoom thing, honestly, but we're going to continue for the last half hour because we will not be beaten by this. So continuing, hopefully, in a way that you can see me because this has been a really awesome lesson. And yes, sweating my pants right here. Those who get the reference. All right, let me fix the camera. Computer. Hopefully you can see me. All right. So I went through the last series ad nauseum already. So we're going to continue to the more standing series. Okay, so slightly triangle. Going to do wide stepping. So taking a big step inside, stepping wide. We're gonna start here. Big chest out, elbows shooting straight behind. Big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Releasing the head while we're here. Holding for one breath. Reaching down towards our legs. We're going to bring the head in line with center. Holding here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now you can grab the big toes and bring the head to touch the floor or not touching. Depends on where you are. Holding here. You can release the neck. Take deep breath in. And deep breath out. Finally, moving on to some head balances. If you're comfortable. If not, you can skip the headstand. Just bring your hands in line with the feet and bring the crown of the head to the floor. You can rock back and forth, slightly putting some weight on it, or just hold here and bringing the head in line, just skimming the mat. You don't have to hold yourself up. That's only if you want to do headstands. It's no absolutely necessary. Right, so I'm gonna give it a go. Might fall into my mattress and take a big tumble, but I'm working on it, so take a few breaths here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, too far. Wonder if I should cut that out of the video, but you know, we're all for failing on camera. I'm reaching too far. Well, I'm gonna try one more time. I can normally do this on the dojo as well. Taking time. You're challenging this. I'm too far over my head. Okay. That's satisfactory for me. Lifting back up. So I'm going to ease the feet back together. So gone too far. So you can work on whatever balance you want at that time. You're going to now point the toe forward, the leg in front, leg straight. You're going to bring the hands up to parallel, hinge forward. Then we're going to come down to Trikonasana. One of my favorite poses. Really open up the hips. So channel that point towards the ceiling. Reach up with your hands, holding here. 2, 1. Now I'm going to reach forward on the third breath. Inhale. Hold one more breath. Engaging our abs. Now really push down on both feet. Now lift up the left hand, meet the right. Holding here. One more breath. Good. Release. Bring the left hand down, right hand up. We're going to twist. Bring the right hand down, lifting the left hand into the air. Holding here. 2 breaths. One more. Excellent. Unrevolving. Bring the left hand up. And we're going to, left hand down, sorry. We're going to walk it forward. I'm going to push off the back right leg. Come into half moon pose. So lifting the leg up first. Placing the hand so you have good balance. Lift as high as you can and then lift the right hand. Most of your weight should be on the foot, not the hand. So if you can't look up, just don't look up. Holding for 2 breaths. One more. You guys were done 3. Now if you can grab the top of the foot, we'll come into a bound half moon. So I'm going to drive the heel into your butt, pulling it there and lifting the knee up to the air. One more breath. Excellent. I'm going to release the leg, come back into half moon. And I'm going to bring the right hand down, bring the right hip down. Holding here. So keeping that leg right up into the air. You can soften the knee a little bit. Lift up both hands. Try to balance. Drive the hands forward. And warrior 3. 2 breaths. One more. Diving both hands down. And then lift that right foot way up. Ekabadasana. One more breath. Now looking down the length of the mat, bring your right foot down behind you. So you're stepping nice and wide. Gonna bring, so straighten the front leg. And you're gonna press the hips back and come into a side stretch. So you're stretching the left leg. And you can ease your head towards the leg, holding here. You can place the hands wherever they're comfortable. Gives you good support. Come into the middle or more forward. One more breath. Very strong side stretch. Pushing up off the hands, you come straight up. And we're going to bring the hands in prayer behind our backs. Move the hair. We're going to go for one more intense side stretch. So you can bring your hands into prayer hands. Chest open in front of you. We're going to bring the nose towards the big toe. Hands in prayer behind. If you can't reach prayer hands, just grab onto your elbows or the wrists. Good stuff. Coming back up. You release the front prayer hands. Come back to mountain pose. Other side. So take a big step back. We're going to do the elbow and shoulder stretch. So reach one hand up, the other behind. Then see if you can grab the fingertips, holding it here. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the tip of the elbow down towards the mat. Now don't worry if you can't touch it. And one more breath. Coming back up. I'm going to switch the hands. Big inhale. Oh, this side is so much tighter. Exhale, forward fold. Coming back up. Oh, release the hands. One side's going to be a lot worse than the other. So we're going to skip the headstand on this side. Continue with that later. Inhale, both hands up, parallel, hinge forward, and come down to Trikonasana. Two breaths here. Feel free to adjust as you need to. And reach the hand forward. Not everyone's a perfect yogi, so always move if you're not in a good position. One more breath. And now I'm going to press both feet into the floor, engage the abs, and lifting the hands. Two. Good stuff. Releasing. Hands back down, and we're going to revolve that triangle. So bring the left hand down, right hand up. The feet shouldn't move in this position, ideally anyways. Holding 2 breaths. If you need to though, like, by all means move it. You'll have better flexibility as you continue to practice. And bringing the hand down now. Gonna walk it forward and come into half moon. So the right hand about a foot and one hand's width off to the side for balance. Bring the left leg right up into the air. Hands and finally gaze. Looking for the hand. Holding here. Stretch it up and 2. Grabbing the top of the foot, bringing the heel to your bum. Stretch that knee back. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Releasing. Come back to half moon. And bring the left hand down. Bring the left hip down. So it's parallel to the floor. Soften the right knee. Pushing off and come up. And reach out into warrior 3. 1. Slide in. 2. Good stuff. Diving down, both hands next to the foot. Bring the left leg up to Ekapadasana. Single leg split. 2 breaths. Looking down the length of your mat. Bring the foot down. So you're going to walk the hands back. Bringing the right hip back. So you're stretching the right leg. Feeling the back of the leg as you lower yourself towards the top of your right leg. So if you can, bring your forehead or nose towards your shins or your knees. Wherever you're comfortable. Holding for 2 breaths. One more. And lifting back up. We're going to come into our prayer hands. Moving the hair. again, reaching behind. The more we do this, the better we get at it. So between the shoulder blades, really facing forward. Deep breath in. Chest open and hinge at the hips. Bringing your gaze towards the big toe. Reaching forward. 2 breaths. One more. Good stuff. Rising back up. And shaking it out, stepping forward. Okay. So I really wanted to do some balances. So I brought some blocks in. I was going to do it with the flow, but I think just coming into the hold is good enough. If we like to do a flow, I was actually thinking of doing crow in between Surya Namaskar A, but we're going to skip it. It's almost 90 minutes. So, preparing for crow, we can, of course, open up the hips first and come into our Malasana. Just giving the legs a bit more, coming down. I'm still working on my crow, so I'm using the block to keep my head up. And it really helps. So don't feel bad about using it. So I'm trying to bring my knees into the pit of the hands. And as I come forward, lifting, using the core to hold the feet up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming down. And anytime you need to flex the wrist, by all means go for it. Alright, other side. I'm going to go for the side lift. Maybe here. I don't know how I can show it easier. But hands facing this way. I'm trying to keep my head up, so I'm going to have the blocks. Because normally I put it on the floor because I cheat. I don't have the twist or ability yet. But that's okay. Still going to practice it. So making a shelf with my legs, elbows into the side of the thigh. Gonna ease onto it and lean forward. So bottom leg comes in front, top leg goes behind. 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back. And then the other side. So I'm gonna face this way. You can relatively see easier. So turning, maybe that doesn't help too much. It's the same view. But just pressing the elbow against the side of the thigh and using that as your little shelf. Take some getting used to. You can shuffle the inner leg slightly forward more. Will help you in getting into the pose. 2, 3, 4, 5, and coming off. Whew. Quite pleased with that. Haven't done it in a while. Okay. The legs also, one that I absolutely so good, is squeezing the legs onto the arms. So I have really short arms. Find it very helpful to use the blocks, but I fall on my butt anyways. So bringing hands up through the legs, holding up, and then straightening the legs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. Working on it. That's pretty good today. Having a good day. Alright. And lastly, let's come down onto the mat. Going to do a few boat poses. So let's start with camel. So camel pose can be quite challenging. You don't have flexible back. So you can do it with toes down or tucked under. To prepare, you're basically going backwards and grabbing your feet like this. This camel pose. So hips together. Using the thighs and the core to brace so you don't hurt yourself going back. You can prepare by lacing the hands behind you. Straight chest out. Breathe in. As you exhale, lie your head back and reach down with the hands. Try to press your knees into the floor. So you can stay here or reach further for the heel. For resting up. 2. 1 more breath. 3. You can lift one hand, brace the back, and then come up. Make it slightly easier. Okay. Now let's come to sitting. Oof. Okay. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet together. And bring it right in. As close as you can. You're gonna sit. Just sit the bones on the floor, so whatever bones jutting out of your butt from your pelvic seat and here. So trying to keep those on the floor. Gonna pull our chest forward, straight back. Big inhale. So your exhale, the forward bend. Bringing your face towards the mat. So if you don't get very low, don't worry about it. Better to reach forward more. But don't let your sit-up bones come off the ground. So don't let your butt lift off the floor. And ease down slowly. You can press down on the legs with your elbows. You can also put a block there if you want to touch down on something. And just like this. So you're not that far from the ground. And back up. I'm going to come into pigeon pose. So I'm going to swing one leg behind and go with the right. And we're going to lie ourselves down as far as possible. But first, we're going to push up. So if you push against your knee, also help force the leg down. Take it slow. Take a full 10 breaths all the way down to the floor. So in your own time, because everybody's different. You may be tighter than me or looser than me and lying flat already. I'm going to come down slow. Coming back up. Easing yourself upward. Gonna bring in that back leg. So I can press down underneath the balance or on the floor. Walk. You just bring in the right leg. And bringing that heel right up to your seat. Holding here. 1, 2, just really pressing into your bottom. 3, and we're gonna release. And I'm gonna take it to the other side. So let's bring up the right leg and left leg behind. Coming into pigeon pose. Again, I'm gonna stay high up for a second. Take a breath or two here. And then slowly make your way down. Very interesting tip from the Cirque du Soleil stuff on YouTube. One of the stretches says to press your knee down for a PNS release, which is very good. It's very effective. Cirque du Soleil know what they're doing, of course. Most stretchiest people on the planet. Alright. Coming down to the elbows. Don't know if you can see me. But it doesn't have to be a big movement. Just press your leg into the floor. So the bent one that's down. Just hold it for a few breaths and then release it. That will let you get a little bit further and increase that flexibility. Hi, baby.
Come on, Bubba. Let's go.
Oh, she can come. I'm just recording. Hey, baby. Hi, baby. Am I relaxing? Let's see if you can hold for 10 breaths. Hi. Okay, I'm going to come back up and bring in the back leg. Hold it for 3. 1. 2. 3. Alright, don't grab. Don't grab, please. Thank you. Hi, baby. So from here, let's move for the last bit into Savasana. If we can. Oh, I'm gonna be bad mommy and deny baby for another 5 minutes. Hey, I love you. 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes probably. Alright. So from here, let's take our boat. Last bit of a workout. So we're gonna take our boat, grabbing 2 fingers around the big toe, lifting up nice and high, holding here, big inhale in. Exhale. I'm gonna release and hold it. Next, you're gonna lift up and hold for 1 breath. Good, and that's 1 round. We're gonna do it to the side. Round 2. And we're gonna lift up high as you can. Release, hold. 3, lift. Good stuff. 3rd round. Grab the feet. Hold for 1. Try to keep it there. And lift. 2 more. You can do it. Lifting up. 1. Release. Lift. Oh, last set. Here we go. Lift up, pull, hold, lift. Oh, good stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna lie back. Come into a bridge to flex our backs because that's a lot of forward bending. So bring the heel up to the butt. And if you like putting a block here, also keep the knees together. Holding here for a breath. And then coming up into a bridge. So reverse the hands by your ears. You can push up. Lift. Oop. Can't keep my knees together that much. And hold. 2. Let's try for 5. 3. 4. 5. And lowering it down. Tuck the chin to neck. And then we're going to bring the knees in through the nose. And dive up. So you can take your Savasana here. Beginning now. Or if you want to power on for another few breaths, we're going to take a plow. So we're going to pump our legs straight in front of us, going back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and on 5, go all the way over. 5, holding here. You can also bend the knees and grip your head. Nice and gentle, though. Don't squeeze your head too much. One more breath in plow. And if you're comfortable, come into a shoulder stand so you can support your back by pressing the forearms into the ground. Or if you can lift up straight. Lift legs into the air for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring the toes back down. And we're going to squeeze down Pilates style. So 1 vertebra at a time. Nice and controlled. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can take a 10 count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax your feet to the floor. Let the palms face the ceiling. Ease yourself onto the mat and take Savasana, corpse pose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Try to switch to nasal breathing, so breathing only through the nose. Big breath in, big exhale. your body melt into the mat. Relaxing your forehead, let go of the eyebrows, let your jaw open. Feel your shoulder blades sinking deeper into the mat as you relax. Your back melting into the back mat. Tailbone is heavy, heels are heavy, back of the hands. Just take a deep meditative breath. Inhale for 4, exhale for 5. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel free to let the video run on as you continue your Savasana. And when you're finished, you can just follow along the exit. It's very easy. Bringing in the left knee, bending it, drawing in the left foot, and bringing in the right knee, drawing in the right foot. Roll over to the right side. Taking a breath in. Pushing up off the floor. Nice and easy. Coming into a seated position. Legs crossed. Or whatever's comfortable for you. Sit bones touching the floor. Back straight. Everything stacked in the vertebra. Taking 3 deep breaths. Opening our eyes into a final salutation, reaching up. Gazing up. Exhale, hands towards center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Sorry for the bad YouTube videos, considering we kept getting cut off. So hopefully we'll be able to stitch everything together or something and put it up. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye. Have a good day.